Hello, people. I just wanted to say thank you for your likes, your shares, your subscribes, your comments. Thank you very much. And I thought I would do a collective reading to maybe gather all the forces, all the peoples who have been watching so far. So, without further ado, it's not necessarily going to be long, but let's just see where the collective energies are at right now. I'm recording this on the 17th of November. It will probably be up on the 18th. Interesting. Well, there's quite a few cards that want to be chosen there. I'm going to go for this one first. Okay. It's going to be this kind of message. So, the collective. Have you taken your leap of faith yet? This is what is being required to do. This looks like some have done. Some have already got out of their comfort zone and doing something new. Maybe others haven't yet. I actually think that the majority are already ready. They're either at the edge of the cliff or already in midair. Teamwork. Great to get that card in a collective reading. So it looks like most people are gathered at the precipice, ready to jump into their new life. Fantastic. So sometimes with these kind of things, you think you set your intentions. You know what you want. You know what you want to manifest. You've done a lot of work to match the vibration of the things that you want to come in. You have used the law of attraction, the law of assumption, these kind of things. But sometimes it can still take a while for these things to actually happen. Because there is often a patience element to a lot of this. Like, it's a test. It's a sort of test from the universe. You get shown a year or two beforehand what you could have, and then it feels like it's been taken away when that destiny is still there. It's testing your faith in that way. So I feel like that has been occurring. In the foundation position of this reading, the Ace of Swords. So for some, there has been a sort of a watershed moment. I think knowledge breaking in your mind is the phrase I want to use. About the realities of the situation that we live in. In the past, okay, collective. In the past, we have the Libra card, the Justice card. Technically, it's not, to call it the Libra card is actually incorrect. It represents Libra, but it is the Justice card. So it looks like people have already had, because it's showing up in the past position, people have already have certain intuitive downloads, spiritual messages, knowings, just sudden understandings. Something just comes into your being and taps you on the shoulder from inside and says, hey, did you realize this? Wow. So there I am actually touching the back of my head and you can't even see. That's so funny when I'm doing that. I could pull my head around like this. you wouldn't even know it was me. Ugh. Okay. So this is shaping up really good so far. Just want to say. So this is really important, collective, to use your intuition as well for this reading. Because there are messages coming through here which are for you to work out, or confirmation of what you already know. Okay, in the crowning position, let's hope it's something good. Interesting. Okay. Yes, in a relationship reading, this card could mean arguments, but it actually means training, and it's depicted really well on the Rider-Waite Tarot right here. This team of people, bearing in mind we already have the Three of Pentacles. So this is about teamwork making the dream work. This is about training. And also the Five of Wands can mean adventure. And in this instance, it is. So for some, you have been always wanting this adventure. For others, the adventure has been calling you to it over the last 2 years. Maybe 10 years for some. Maybe 20 for others. Okay, in the future position, the Queen of Swords. Now, the Queen of Swords looks into the future with her back to the past. So I'm getting a really strong feeling that a lot of people in the collective are going to feel this great opportunity to really have a rebirth, judgment card, death card, a rebirth into a life that is so different from the life that they've already had, that any mistakes, any regrets, I wish I wouldn't have said, I wish I wouldn't have said this, wish I wouldn't have acted like that. Anything like that has happened, you're just going to be able to let that all go. But equally, letting that all go beforehand is quite important. Because it's like passing through a doorway of transformation. You need to drop your baggage, kind of like a phrase to do with work in the workplace. Leave your personal baggage at the door when you go in. And that's kind of any workplace, be it, I know that from a performing background, but it goes for any kind of job where you're working on a team, in an office, or just with people. You know, if you're experiencing some difficult things, then you just put a brave face on it, basically. I'm going a bit too deep on that because that isn't part of the message that's coming through on the reading. But the opportunity for this leaving things at the doorway of transformation, leaving things in the past, is a really big opportunity that is coming. Okay, this card really wants to be seen because it kind of shot out. Yeah. Okay. So no surprise. Leaving things in the past. Sorry, I'm laughing because it's like you couldn't get a more poignant card for what I was saying. I mean, look at this person. Literally, it is depicted in the picture. They are leaving things that no longer serve them. So often, I mean, I feel like this collective is, it wouldn't surprise me at all, and I absolutely bet it, that a lot of people within this collective have had some really quite dramatic, difficult life experiences to deal with. I wouldn't be shocked at all if that was the case. For they have all been strengthening lessons. They have all been moments in time to prepare you for what is coming, which isn't necessarily coming next week or next month or even next year. But the build up to the start of it is absolutely, well, it already has begun. As you can see with the Fool card turning up in the centre. Now, the classic phrase with this card is walking away from things that no longer serve you. But equally, because it is showing up in the future position, I feel that some have yet to do this. Now, because we are in eclipse season, I think what's worth pointing out is that the eclipse there, the moon eclipse there in the sky, so that's quite important. We've already had 2, and I think there's going to be another 2 more. We'll wait and see. But make sure, with this card showing up, make sure you don't get sucked down into an emotional whirlpool. Especially if you have come so far emotionally and done so well. Okay, brilliant. Considering we have the Justice card here in the past position, and in the foundation of the wand, the staff next to the cross, is the Six of Pentacles. Now, obviously, let's point out the obvious. Both characters, main characters here, have the Scales of Justice in their left hand. I think the Justice card being in the past with the sword in the right hand is representing cutting out any negativity from the past. And the right hand on the Six of Pentacles, giving, being charitable. This could be giving of time. Especially if the Page of Cups, is it? I think it's the... yeah, it is. It is the Page of Cups. It can be a sort of volunteer energy. I wasn't getting that very strongly, but just giving in general. Giving to a project, giving to teamwork, making the dream work. 3 of Pentacles crossing, 5 of Wands in the crowning position. 6 of Pentacles. If you've seen a lot of my readings, you know that that is one of my favourite cards. Okay, well, we have one here. Okay. This is what's to watch out for. This is what tarot is for. In the environment position is this 8 of Swords. Now, this 8 of Swords here was showing up almost in every single reading about 2 weeks ago. For about 2 weeks. It was coming up all the time in every reading. And I did actually say I think it's a collective energy. So this is why it's important to pay attention to this collective reading. Some people are fearing the future. Some people, not all. But remember that fear is fake energy acting real. There is absolutely nothing to fear. There is nothing to be scared of. There is nothing to be worried about at all. For we live in an illusion. Interesting. So I just intuitively went to pick a card. And this is the card that came out. So let's take this card as the environment position with the 8 of Swords there because these energies are kind of going together. I can intuitively feel it. So this asks us to stop doing or just walk away from things that are quite toxic, or just bad habits, or anything that drains our energy. And this also could be what people are fearing, the journey to salvation, let's say. You have to walk through the darkness to get to the light. I think people could be fearing that darkness moment. Fearing what is down here, what is inside of them, of you, of us. Our truth. Two of Cups. So in this instance, this is meaning about having conversations with your higher self. Communicating with your higher self, the spiritual version of yourself that exists on the astral plane. Bearing in mind that our bodies are just a vehicle for the spirit. You could describe the human body as a mechanism designed to be driven by a spirit, driven by a ghost. That is, I've read that somewhere, I can't remember, it is a quote from someone. But the human body is like an organic mechanic construct, an organically mechanical construct that's designed to be driven by spirit. And what you truly are, who you truly are, is that spirit. You're not your name. You're not what you look like. Doesn't really represent who you are. You're definitely not your name. You're definitely not the number that they give you at birth. You're none of those things. Those are just labels. Just like a label you would see on a product in a shop. So what's really important through meditation, especially Akashic meditation that I have mentioned quite a few times, is it gives you the opportunity to learn your true name, the name of your soul, the name of your spirit, who you truly are. Also, that conjoins with past life regression. Okay, also what I'm getting on this Two of Cups is matching with your future. Being the right energetic match for your future. Finding the path that is the right path for you. I'm also getting healing on that as well. Being a healer, being healed. For as we heal others, then we in turn get healed. And that goes for anyone. Okay, let's see what's coming in the outcome position. I'm not going to lie, I am hoping for something good. But there are no good and bad cards. There are no good and bad tarot readings. But when the Fool came out right at the beginning with the Three of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords in the foundation, then the Justice card, then the Five of Wands, it was good. That was good in terms of straight away I knew the cards were speaking very clearly, very crisply, and very loudly. It's like a sort of amp. Some readings you can feel that the energy is really dialed up, And some readings not so much. And that's obviously to be expected. Of course it's going to be like that. And when it's dialed up loads, that doesn't necessarily mean it's better or worse either. It means that the energies are wanting to come through stronger. I remember when right near the beginning, because this channel I think is about a year old, but it took me a few months to just like figure out what I was actually going to do. But right near the beginning, there was a moment of what was I going to say? Yeah, anyway, it doesn't matter. Seeing these two cards come out as just slightly distracted me. So in the outcome position, we have one of my other favourite cards. Now, I'm taking this as a good sign because I do like the Six of Cups and I do like the Hermit. But I think for some in the collective watching, some still need to release the past. Any sort of rigid false belief systems that you might have been stuck with from childhood could be because of parents, could be because of friends from when you were younger. Some things have maybe stuck with you for a long time, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think with the Hermit here, that is saying you do need to really sort of dig deep and see what sort of things those might be. Now, the Hermit is a solitary energy, and if this were an individual reading, I might point that out more, but I'm not getting this for this reading. I'm not getting that for this reading. This is way, way more about ready. There is a readiness. So the Fool card at the beginning, a leap of faith has been taken. And there is a readiness to shine a light to the rest of the world. Not necessarily open up and start talking to people about things that they're not going to understand. Like, don't be throwing pearls at swines, because it just doesn't go anywhere. It's just a waste of energy. The lips of wisdom are sealed to those who know. Those who know don't speak, and those who speak don't know. I think that's the feeling that the Hermit is giving me there. But that is good as an outcome, because the Hermit has got to the top of a mountain. Let's clarify. Okay, with the Fool card, the Eight of Wands, Rockets of Desire, there they are. Good news. That's great with the Fool card, because it does mean that the collective, is desiring this big change. I mean, if only we, I don't think we can begin to possibly even really understand just how big the change is. I think it's difficult, isn't it? It's difficult because we are now living in a sort of limbo state, since something that happened that I'm not going to speak about, something that happened that many people thought would never happen, was never on the radar for the vast majority of people. So with all being said, and that thing having happened, we're already back into a mode, not us, but generally there is a mode of having forgotten this like crazy movie-like scenario that was going on just not that long ago. Isn't that amazing? I find that kind of quite amazing. This unbelievable scenario. Okay, with the Three of Pentacles, the Page of Wands. So being inspired and inspiring others. Considering it's with the Three of Pentacles, that is about, I think, being involved with a team of people who is inspiring, doing inspiring work. And because it's a page as well, I'm getting that inspiring the youth. Okay, interesting. With the Ace of Swords at the bottom, we have the Eight of Swords again. So it's interesting what I said about the Eight of Swords when it came out. So some of the collective, and I get the feeling it is a small percentage, but some are a little bit not trapped in fear. Nothing, that's what the Eight of Swords means. Nothing externally is trapping you. You're just holding yourself back from progressing by being afraid of the future. With the Justice card, the Two of Pentacles. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? We've got the Two of Pentacles, we've got the Six of Pentacles, we've got the Justice card. They all, with the scales there, they mean balance. The Two of Pentacles is about having balance sometimes in tricky situations. But justice brings balance, it brings fairness, like the scales are evened up. So with the Five of Wands in the headspace, interesting. The Five of Pentacles, which is about being left outside in the cold. So I think some might be being worried about being left outside. Or your cautionary message from this reading is, excuse me, focus. Your cautionary message from this reading is, make sure you're not left outside of this dream team. The Five of Pentacles. Two fives do make 10. I generally do like the number 10 in tarot, whatever it is, because a 10 reduces down to a 1. Okay, now I'm getting it. So what this is saying, these two cards in a row, this Five of Pentacles and now the Lovers, this leap of faith, this new life, this rebirth into doing something quite new, what is making it difficult for some people is it is going to mean, or does already mean, leaving behind some people. That could be people. That could be people that you're very close to. But I think that's just a very important message there. Because there are definitely going to be some people in the collective, this collective message. Definitely some people who are maybe even married to or just with people who can't make this journey. And they... Okay, let's draw the analogy of going off to university. When your partner, let's just take a good example, classic example. Boyfriend, girlfriend, one of them's going off to university, quite a long way away, and the other one's maybe staying where they are or going to a different university, and they know they're not going to see each other, and they know that the chances are it's going to split up the relationship. That's the kind of vibe that I'm getting. Now, obviously, this is even more tricky because this is moving into a situation that you cannot really speak of too broadly in a certain way. So there's going to be even less understanding. You know, like a kitchen conversation of, I've got to do this, I'm being called to do this. And you might be with someone, if you were to say, Spirit is calling me to do this. The universe is calling me to do this. If some in the collective might be with someone that if you said those sort of things, they might think that something's wrong with you. Okay, the Queen of Swords with the Queen of Swords. So that is the universe saying, I meant what I said about the Queen of Swords. So you must look to the future. You must leave the past in the past. Because the other Queen of Swords is with the Eight of Cups. So it's really, really important. And I'm really glad that you came here to see this message because it is important. Okay, and with the Eight of Cups, alignment, ducks in a row, the Seven of Cups. Now, the Seven of Cups can be about being overwhelmed. And I think that is probably quite true. For anyone who has had, let's just say, even if you've had a fragment of a notion, of a psychic download, a premonition about what's to come, even just one little fragment, one little shard, might have blown your socks off. Okay, the Six of Pentacles, brilliant. Because with that Six of Pentacles is the Six of Wands. One of my other favourite cards. Six of Wands is about victory, is about triumph. This guy is being cheered back to his village, his city, his town by onlookers. And he is celebrating. Hence the victory wreath around his staff that he's carrying. Wand that he is carrying. That is brilliant. Two sixes together, and those particular two. I just want to settle on that moment for a second. Okay, so on this other Eight of Swords. So this is one of the things to watch out for. This no self-imposed restriction. Don't even be using the word I can't. Don't even be saying that. But I can't do that because of this and that. I don't think even be using that word. Okay, so on this Eight of Wands, we have... Sorry, this is just so funny. In the foundation of the reading, remember, in the foundation of the cross, was the Ace of Swords, clarified by the Eight of Swords. Now, in this environment position with the Eight of Swords, you have the Ace of Swords. So it looks like you could say that that is the truth being revealed. You might be holding yourself back in ways that you possibly can't realize at the minute. That is amazing. Okay, let's go another level deeper. Okay, so with the Devil card there, we've got the Hierophant. I mean, the reason I'm laughing is because it's really quite shocking how the reading is going. Because it was something I was going to say on the Devil. So, remember what I said when the Devil card came out. Some people need to break away from belief systems and rigid thought patterns about the traditional things. Let's put it that way. Okay, so some people in the collective definitely need to break away from rigid thought patterns to do with traditions, possibly coming from institutions, any. Okay. Okay, well, this one definitely wants to be seen. Okay, so this is with the Two of Cups. So this is, you know, when the Five of Pentacles came with the Lovers, and I said that you might have to leave some people behind. There might be people with partners who just can't come on this journey, taking this leap of faith with the Fool right at the beginning. Considering this is coming with the Two of Cups, so it's like a little side message, some people are really going to be clinging to that person. And that's why you got the Six of Cups next. Release the past. For some, it could be a Virgo. It could be a Capricorn. Could be a Taurus. Could be any sign. Six of Pentacles. Release the past and bring this in. This beginning. This Ace of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles is sometimes called the Road to Love. I've actually become a little bit accustomed to calling it the Yellow Brick Road card, because there are a lot of different decks that do have a Yellow Brick Road on the Ace of Pentacles. Growth, material growth. The Six of Cups also can mean blessings from the universe, so you are being blessed with a beginning in money in the size of one single big coin. Okay, brilliant. So on the Hermit there, at the end, we have the Justice card. So look, what's really, really important is on the very furthest west point of the reading, the way I'm looking at it, which is the past position, the furthest west to the furthest east, we have the Justice card. Okay? So very, very important. I'm really, really pleased that happened, because this reading is on point. Let's just breathe that in for another moment. And one more breath. Okay, good. Well done. So that Hermit there is quite an up thing. It's not really about solitary. You probably have been, some in the collective probably have been on a solitary journey. But that Hermit is about reaching the top of that mountain. Because you have gone inside and gained inner wisdom and general wisdom from yourself. Then Jalance, justice and balance. I was trying to say justice and balance, but it came out Jalance. Justice and balance are being brought to your door. I wasn't going to say brought to your door, but the words just came in, so. Okay, collective. Thank you. I for a second there, I was just maybe going to pull some cards from another deck, but it's okay. We've already done 40, and with the Justice card, the furthest west point and the furthest east point, that is like the end of the reading. But I have just intuitively cut the deck next to me, the Lightseers deck, and this is the card. The Lovers. Now, one of the meanings of the Lovers, yes, okay, it is about love, but it is about picking the right path. Picking the right path. Brilliant. We already had the Lovers in the reading. Brilliant. Okay, collective. Take care. God bless. Be good. Thank you for your time. And I hope this brought some clarity. Okay, take care.